Welcome back to the Sovereign Ratio. As Bitcoin hovers around the 29K level and we wait for it to make a decision on the Gaussian channel, whether it breaks it, whether it holds the EMA 9, whether it breaks below the midline of the Gaussian channel, this is kind of our bullish control zone at the moment. As we wait on that, I want to take a moment and discuss crypto influencers and how you should not be overly influenced by them, particularly in altcoins. If you're new here, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment below. So being a crypto influencer carries a lot of weight, right? There are a lot of people who are not as educated in the crypto market that are very excited about alt season or Bitcoin season or whatever. And they hear things like altcoins are getting ready to fly or Bitcoin's getting ready to moon. And people in the busyness of their day, they believe what they hear. They trust media sources that they listen to regularly. And a lot of times, a lot of these media sources or influencers or YouTube channels, they're just overly bullish or overly bearish, and there's no actual real probability standpoint behind what's being said. It's just altcoins are going to the moon, alts are getting ready to pump, Bitcoin's getting ready to pump, Bitcoin's getting ready to dump. And it's really frustrating. There's a small handful of YouTubers out there and crypto influencers out there that give scenarios both directions, and they don't have an issue being wrong. Their main focus is on accuracy and presenting factual information and the best of their ability to give you a good idea of what their opinion is of what's going on. And then there's other channels, one of which I'm going to highlight today, that just absolutely drive me nuts because they're doing a disservice to the entire crypto community, especially those who don't know how to read charts as well, and people who just like, oh, I hear good news, I'm going to put some money in, right? Like, oh, altcoins are going to pump. Oh, great, it's time to go in because it's getting ready to move. There are accounts that they claim that they're helping people. They're like, people are getting rich from their advice, and there are a lot of people that actually do bandwagon follow these people, and they will actually defend them on social media. And it's this bandwagon approach that really drives me nuts because I've gone through right here just on one example of a social media account and highlighted a bunch of tweets on the total 3 chart where they said altcoins are going to pump, altcoins are going to pump, altcoins are going to pump, or some sort of bullish stuff that it never happens. It's just like people hear this stuff, they buy in, and then price goes down and they panic sell and they lose 5% of their portfolio. It happens constantly. This particular channel is horrible about it. And I have no idea. This is a big channel that has hundreds of thousands of followers. And it just, I can't stand watching it. I'm not going to comment on who it is. If you do a couple searches, you can figure it out. But let's look at total 3 here. It's also important to note, I just want to say this particular account actually has a school that they present as a paid cohort for people to learn how to trade. And their trading success rate on YouTube, when they were doing live shows for a while, like, oh, we're setting up this trade, their success rate was awful. I mean, it was like 20% out of all the trades that were shown live. Like, hey, it's time to take this short, or it's time to take this long. Like 20% of them actually worked out. And then they talk about how much money they made their community. Oh, like this short made 100% or this short made 200%. But what about the other 80% of the people who followed the other trades and got fucked over? Like, it's just a complete disregard or taking of accountability for anything bad that happens based off of their advice. But when their advice is good, it's, oh, we're so good, we're making millionaires. You know, we're sniping around, we're sniping everything. And it's out of control, and it's really doing a huge disservice to the crypto community for sure. Now, on the other end of things, I'm not going to say that some of the information on the channel isn't useful, because some of their general like macro views and some of their altcoin picks are actually good in the long term. What the real issue is tuning in every day, day after day. Oh, it's bullish. We're bullish. We're going to gain 100%. We're going to gain 200%. This altcoin's getting ready to pump. This altcoin's getting ready to pump, over and over and over again for months at a time, day after day, and nothing ever happens. What they're not taking accountability for is the fact that people who are not as educated are looking at this and going, oh, I should put in money now. I'm going to be a millionaire. And there's a certain amount of social responsibility that comes with being a crypto influencer. What I want to look at today is I want to disregard all of that, and I want to look at their tweets based off of the chart of total 3 and say, look what happened. Look what happened at this tweet. Look what happened at this tweet. And what we're going to see is the success rate is almost 0. The fact of the matter is most people don't have the time or the knowledge or the ability to day trade. And most people that watch these kind of shows or take this kind of advice are long-term traders. And what happens is they don't know that whenever they buy something and then price drops, it's okay. Like, let's just hold it for a while. They sell and they lose 5% of their portfolio. And yes, that is their fault for clicking the button buy and sell. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the investor that's doing that. But why would you not have an influencer that actually cares about your financial well-being and tries to do the best for you? At the end of the day, I can look at charts and see what the story was. And that really, I feel like, is the best approach. So what I'm going to do right now, again, we're going to go through total 3, and we're going to look at arrows pointing to all of the tweets from this particular account and what the resulting price action was in relation to an actual altcoin pump. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about the total 3. The total 3 is basically the entire market cap of cryptocurrency minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. Currently, this chart does include stablecoins, but we're going to go ahead and use it for this particular example. When we define bull market or a pump, a big altcoin pump or a big altcoin bull market, let's look at this, right? Here in December 18th of 2018, we had a pump up to of 232%. That is an altcoin pump. That's a great pump. Right here in 2020, when COVID happened, we had a massive pump here. Let's just use the short side of this and say 300% before we had a little correction and then a massive bull run. Here, even from here in December 2019 up to here, we had a 121% altcoin pump. That is a pump. That's a real pump. These are real pumps in total 3. 2021 in July, 175% pump. All right. Now let's look at current day. Okay, these are the tweets that this particular account has been putting up, which completely reflects what their show on YouTube is giving to the audience. So right here, February 1st, 2023, market ready for a huge move. That candle was approximately 3%, and it looks like it was to the upside. The next day, the candle really didn't do anything. It kind of closed in the same spot. The next day, well, not the next day, on February 1st, huge opportunities for multiple alts right here. That candle at max was 3%. Next tweet here, price has actually gone down. So basically, they're telling you to buy into a pump because the pump actually started back here. So finally up here, it's like, oh, buy into the pump, buy into the pump. And then here, final pump incoming right here, February 6th. And then the next day, we went up 5%, and then we went down 11%. We actually went down more than we went up. And that's none of that was an altcoin pump. That's just regular daily fluctuations. That's what happens in this market. 5% is just an average Tuesday in crypto. When someone hears altcoin pump, they put in money because they think they're going to get a huge return. Right, here we go again. February 14th, a few hours away from the next huge move, alts coming to life. Which I will give them this. If you were a day trader, you could have got 12% off of an alt here without too much of a problem. But again, most people watching this are not long-term trader or short-term traders, nor really know how to leverage trade to begin with. Like, let's look at the next one. Massive alt targets if BTC hits 30K right here on February 23rd, right? Look where we are today. We're actually lower than we were on February 23rd, and BTC sitting at 30K. We're actually lower. The altcoin valuation in comparison to Bitcoin has been going down on everything, almost everything, with the exception of maybe Polygon and Chainlink. The entire market, well, and Pepe. The entire market's down on alts. Like, just these overly bullish tweets. Let's go to the next one. Massive alt target. Okay, no show for me today. And this is what I want to point this out. This particular account, every time they make a hugely bullish call and then it doesn't go the direction they want, if you go back in history, oh, I'm sick. No show for me today. Every single time they make a bad call. And I just want to I want to reach through my screen and choke the person. It's like, oh my God, you're doing such a disservice to everybody. Nobody, you guys when you pick crypto influencers, look for somebody who gives scenarios both directions. Look for somebody who doesn't mind being wrong. Look for somebody who doesn't have this oddly narcissistic view of the market. Like, people who want to help you. And there are a few. At the end of this video, I will give you a couple of other accounts besides this one to watch that through my 3 years of constant YouTube browsing about cryptocurrency are good accounts to follow that will actually help you. Let's look at another one. Market remains very bullish, February 28th. And then we had a 15% dump in altcoins. Here's another one. March 6th. This must be a bear trap. 11% down from there. Mega squeeze incoming, which what they're saying is a mega short squeeze is incoming. When shorts are squeezed, that means that price rockets to the top and cascades up because they're squeezing out the shorts that are in the market. There's no short squeeze here. If you want to call 7% a short squeeze, then I guess it's not 100% like the rest of the alt pumps and bull markets that we've seen. Happy alt day. Oh, on this day, March 17th, this particular person wore a bunny suit, literally dressed as a full bunny, and did an entire show on altcoins about how they're bullish. And I was like, I don't know. Anyway, this is the next alt dip to buy right here. Well, we could have potentially gotten, I don't know, 10% off of that. But again, like, you have to be very fast. Most people are not day traders. This is a long-term game. So he's basically saying buy, 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 buy. Prepare for alt season here on March 24th. Completely sideways after that. No movement hardly at all whatsoever. Kind of riding the bull market support band here on total 3. Very little movement. Theta looking strong at the moment. Dogecoin looks ready to pump. April 18th. Well, here's Dogecoin on April 18th. The call was right here. It dropped 20%. Dogecoin looks ready to pump. And there's no, like I said, there's no alternate scenario given. It's just like, oh, it's going bullish. Everything is bullish. Life is bullish. Crypto is bullish. This coin is bullish. Dogecoin is bullish. Theta is bullish. Everything's bullish. You should buy right now because it's going to be bullish. It's so hard to watch people follow this. Let's look at Theta. Let's see what happened to Theta on April 18th. I don't buy Theta because this person pumps Theta like crazy. April 18th. There's our Theta pump. Woo. Look at that pump. Minus 21%. That is a good pump if you're shorting. That's a great pump. Let's continue on. April 24th, buy spot. Now is the time to add. Here's the great tweet. Stop being weak. We remain bullish. Stop asking when the pump is. Stop giving away your coins and hold. And since that tweet, we've gone down 2%. Next tweet. Well, not the next tweet, but the next one I have here. May 1st. It's a bull market. Alt season at any moment. Since then, we've gone down 1.5%. Like, what is the track record here? There is none. What I'm trying to say is that when you're choosing crypto influencers, please do your due diligence. Not all are like me or a handful of other few that actually care about facts and honesty and probabilities and statistics. I'm not going to pump and dump on you. That's not my style. My style is to buy at a reasonable point and sell at a reasonable point, just like you should, just like they should, just like anybody else should. But one thing that I value more than anything is my own integrity. And there are so many influencers that do exactly what we're looking at right here. And it's just like, here's some information, we're going bullish or we're going bearish. And it really is making things hard for people who are not educated and, like me, watch 6 to 8 hours of crypto YouTube a day and absorb all the information that I possibly can. You guys have got to do your research, and I'm going to help you with that and give you a few channels to watch besides my own that will give you a good grounding and a good basis, some of which might surprise you for crypto YouTube. All right, so first, obviously, I'm going to shill myself for a second because I'm a new YouTube channel. I've had a great turnout so far in the last couple of weeks. I appreciate everybody who's liked and subscribed and commented on my videos. I would ask that if you're new here, please do send me a subscribe. Please do like my video. Please do send me some comments. I'm really looking forward to actually providing a positive impact on the community rather than mindlessly shilling projects and stuff that is not going to help you in the long term. But let's give you some other channels that I believe, to my core, are really good, helpful influencers to somebody who's new or not even new in crypto. All right, first and foremost, from a more day trading perspective, and also to an extent a long-term perspective, Eric Crown Crypto is fantastic. He does not shill things. He's focused predominantly on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and he has an amalgamation of basic and very advanced indicators that he uses to give a day-to-day look at what the market is doing, and also in a long-term view. And he uses statistics and probabilities. He gives a bullish scenario, he gives a bearish scenario, and he just gives you the information and tools that you need to make an informed decision. He'll say, hey, there's a setup coming where it looks like it could be bullish, but there's a 68% probability in the past based off of historical data that that's going to happen. There's a 32% that it's going to fail. And then on his Twitter, he does give more information as far as like, I really do think, my opinion is that this is going to be bullish. He's a little bit more biased on his Twitter, but that's fine. It's not overly biased. It's just, hey, this is really what I think is going to happen. And then on YouTube, it's a little bit more subdued. It's, hey, this is bullish. Hey, this is bearish. Definitely follow him for a real, honest look at the market. He's great, and you should definitely subscribe. The next is Benjamin Cowan, or Into the Cryptoverse. Ben is a PhD engineer. He's extremely smart. And right now, he and I actually disagree on the market. I'm a little bit more bullish. He's a little bit more bearish. But we both look at things from a realistic perspective, like this could happen or this could happen. Ben has his own company, Into the Cryptoverse, that provides a very wide variety of indicators that are like a paid service. But he also gives you all the information you need, ad-free on top of that, on YouTube. Various indicators from, he's a big fan of Bitcoin dominance and how Bitcoin dominance changes altcoin valuations and Bitcoin valuations and all of that. He's very realistic. He's very to the point. He's very honest, and definitely somebody that you should follow for a long-term perspective. He's not much of a day trader, but from a long-term perspective, Ben Cowan is an excellent option. And then finally, we have a nice middle ground between a long-term and a day trading option. This is Dan Gambardello at Crypto Capital Venture. He is very much a Bitcoin, Cardano, and XRP channel. Predominantly, he's known for Cardano involvement, but he does give a Bitcoin TA on a regular basis from mostly a long-term scenario. Occasionally, he does say, this is what I expect in the next few days. But in general, if you're a long-term investor, he is more on the bullish side of things, but that's from when he says he's bullish, that's from like a 10-year view. This guy looks at things from a 10-year view while also giving like what he thinks is going to happen in the next day or two. Again, he's faith-based, which he's actually much more into that than I am, but I think that does kind of guide his morality and his perspective on things. He's a good dude. He gives good information. He's honest. And he's like, hey, guys, we're just tracking the data. This is what could happen here. This is what could happen here. Do your best, be safe, and trade smart. And that's what it's all about. That's what all three of these gentlemen are like that. I would highly recommend that you follow all three of them. They're probably the only three YouTube channels that you need besides the Sovereign Ratio, of course. And I hope that you do follow them. That being said, we're going to end on a real Bitcoin update here. It's the same as it's been for the last 2 weeks on this channel. We're watching the weekly Gaussian channel highlighted in red. The EMA 9 is the first point of bearishness that I have here. As long as we're holding this EMA 9 here at 27,640, I'm bullish. I don't see a reason why we should be anything other than that. If we break the EMA 9 on a daily closing basis, and we're going to go down in the middle of the Gaussian channel here at 26-ish. And that's another huge point. If we don't bounce there and we break the middle of the Gaussian channel, what we have below there is the bull market support band. And I'm not so hot on the bull market support band. I would be more inclined to use the EMA 9 as my point of bearishness. If we break the EMA 9, I'm probably going to change my tone on being bullish. But either way, that's what could happen. We break the EMA 9, there's a very good chance that we could revisit the 21 to 22 area. Do I think we're going to go below that? No. Could we go below that? Absolutely. this is the nature of a Bitcoin analyst or a crypto analyst. We could do this, we could do this. Here's the best thing I can give you. Here's the best information I can help you understand and provide. You make your own decisions as an investor. Right now, I lean bullish. That's just what it is. We break the EMA 9 here, I'm bearish. So, little charged video today. I can't stand watching influencers screw people over, for lack of better words. So, hope you found some benefit in this content. I appreciate you coming by. Again, I'm trying to grow my channel. We're going to be focusing on other things in the future beyond crypto, but right now that's my focus. If you found good things in this video that you can use for while I stutter to find the words I want to use, please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. Please leave a comment below. Be safe in trading. Be safe in social media influencer choice. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.